Good morning, Dream and B. Good morning, quote, smart boy, nout, kitty. Good. B, drew yesterday. Now we can play sometime. This is we're streaming the final game of Major League Balatro. I'm not gonna be playing. I'm gonna be casting, at least for most of today. If it's a quick game, maybe we'll play a multiplayer game. But chat, we are here. Good luck. Thank you, Art. Again, I am not playing, but I still appreciate the luck. I could just use it generally speaking. Oh, my eyes are like so dry. here, I can quickly update the standings. Open. One second. Photoshop. I gotta do some edits. Because we basically, we have every single game done except for this one. So Doc won his game against C-Dubs 2-0. So he moved to 12 points. And Raffle won his. Seven, 3. Okay, almost there, chat. Raffle moves here. I move here. Gothic moves here. Alien moves here. Okay. Export as standings. Let's see. Enjoy the stream. Say hi. Oh, hi Gothic. All right. Desktop record. Yeah, let's go. We got the standing chat. So, this is... Oh, no, I gave myself 12 points. That's supposed to say 11. Here. We can fix this. We can fix this without me having to redo the image. Wait, I flipped it? What the heck? How did I even do that? There we go. Look at this. I know, I'm cheating. Raffle and myself are tied at 11. Gothic has 10. So basically, what we decide for the tiebreaker, because this game got delayed and we weren't going to be able to use today as a day to do the tiebreakers, is we used lives against in our games. 121 points. And Raffle actually has the tiebreaker. So these are now the scenarios. If Gothic wins, needs to win the match, basically. Basically, Raffle has the tiebreaker over both of us when we decided it. So if Gothic doesn't beat Bear in the match, Raffle's going to win the division. If he does, Gothic wins the division. It's as simple as that. I will be in the plans no matter what. I'm already scheduling my games against Dr. Spectre and Nandre. Edsy already in the final on May 17th. And Gothic's trying to play right now to book his ticket straight to that final against Bear. So very exciting stuff. Is Bear live? It looks like Bear's live. We got a little Belenos. Oh, there's Gothic. Here we go. We go here. This should be set up. Oh, baby. Gothic's got his water. All important water. But chat, maybe we'll do a little prediction. I thought I had a tab open I could do it on, but maybe not. We'll do this one right here. Create dashboard. Stream summary. You guys are dragging the corner when it goes in the negative, it flips the image. It's kind of cool. Okay. Wait, I did have like never mind. Prediction. All right, 5 minutes. Predict who you think is going to win game 2. We're technically on game 2. Who wins? Do you believe in Balenos Bear? Do you believe in Gothic Lord UK and his British time zones? You got 5 minutes. Gamba to your heart's desire.
Just going to be a matter of
we'll do listening.
How the rest of this plays out. If I do continue to have problems, maybe I just have to give my spot to the fourth best finisher or something. But hopefully everything goes fine.
Hopefully that won't happen. That doesn't seem necessary. I hope.
Gothic talking about kind of the issues he's had with the mod. It's mainly again with his OBS chat, and I think it's because they both use Lua. Though I don't know why his OBS is crashing, to be completely honest. Gothic sounds cool, all in. +2 Ziggy. I like the reasoning. If that's game 2, who won game 1? Bear won game 1. Same port. I don't know what could be causing it. Yeah, it could be something with how maybe Gothic mixes his audio. I know that sounds crazy, but maybe it's pulling on something. I tried to do I tried to replicate it on Saturday. I tried to see if while I played Balatro multiplayer, if I could get OBS to crash, but yeah. Kitty, vote for Bear. Do it. Really, a vote for Bear right now is a vote for Raffle to win the division. So you can look like a believer for Raffle.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck, you two.
Here
I'll
they
see
go
you on round 6.
They are finally playing again. We got Black Deck, White Steak, Pubsino, I'm British. Well, I mean, so Balenos is a Celtic god, Kitty, and wouldn't it be very British of you to finally put away your differences and vote for, well, I mean, Celtic isn't necessarily not British, but I mean, we're not going to get into Ireland versus the UK in this stream. Never mind. I was going to open up a whole can of worms. Anyway, Bear one shots. He gets his $5. Now he's typing. So the hard thing about Black Deck, even on White Steak when you're playing multiplayer, is really the 3 hands is very annoying because you get very used to, while playing multiplayer, min-maxing in a way where you're using you're using all your hands, you're using all your discards to get the most amount of money. You have to be more careful on Black Deck. Many people, including myself, end up losing lives to blinds even on White Steak because you only have those 3 hands early on and you're trying to get the most amount of economy because it's so important to get that rolling. Edsy, welcome. But an early mail-in rebate is always nice. But as you'll see, you know, you want to extract the full $20 value out of that mail-in rebate. But you also then only have, on the big blind, for example, you can only throw away one hand. If you throw away two hands, you're dead. Bear kind of does a good job there, gets $10, gets out of there alive. Gothic is struggling on the small blind to even be able to get it, so that's going to be a difference in the two, is he was only able to get a dollar there. Dusk, we all know Dusk is a fantastic card for multiplayer. When it comes to multiplayer, the game is all about re-triggering. So having Dusk, extremely important. No surprise these two end up with the same exact two jokers as we head into the big blind for Bear, and boss blind for Bear and big blind for Gothic. The issue about getting Dusk at this point is what we just said earlier. So both of these players want to get max rebate value, but Dusk is not going to help too much for scoring. Like, it could increase your score by like 40%, 30% on the final hand for like a flush, maybe. Maybe once you get some enhanced cards, it can really help. But for now, it's not really going to help them just one-shot blinds whenever they need to after getting the max rebate value. Gothic here struggling a little bit. I think he's trying to go for the street. Bear does get out of there. Dust does come in handy there on that pair, just gain a few extra points. Let's see if Bear gets greedy and grabs the greedy joker. I'm curious what Gothic is debating here.
But unfortunately, I don't get to stream as much as I'd like. I've been streaming for our Major League Balatro.
He's talking. Never mind. I thought he was talking about his decision making of what to discard. So Bear there gets some extra chips, gets a little bit of X-Malt with ramen. He's probably not going to care too much about eating into that ramen. Same thing, he grabs the greedy joker. And now Bear's in a spot where he can 100% just focus on getting the rebate value, because he plays even just a couple diamonds and he wins. I mean, in fact, I think like a pair with one diamond may win on the small blind here. Though I am surprised there that he... Well, he got $15 of rebate value, so he got 3 out of the 4 versions of the card. But what I was going to say there is I thought he may use a hand to find it, but when you get 3 out of 4 with mail and rebate, you're usually pretty happy and you don't really care too much. Welcome, Raffle. Your champion for tonight is Bear. And don't forget you have 6 Joker slots. So I was playing a multiplayer ladder match a week ago. I picked Black Deck. I forgot it was Black Deck. Didn't use 6 Joker spots the whole game. Then messaged my opponent at the end. I was like, where did you find an ectoplasm? That's insane. I didn't see one. And he said, dude, it's Black Deck. And I cried. And then last night I was playing against another competitor, the number 2 ranked person on the board. They also forgot it was Black Deck, which led to an easy victory for me. So very random, but very important you don't forget. The Oops All Sixes here can be pretty good for scoring if either finds a Bloodstone, but it can also be very good for economy generation, because if you're able to make lucky cards, Oops doubles the value of those lucky cards. So when you play a lucky card, normally I believe the value is, so it's a 1 in 15 chance of $20. So the value is like roughly 175 per score. When you double that, every time you score a lucky card, you're getting like $3.50 of value. It's kind of insane. Times it, well, in Pacific time it's 6 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern. In my opinion, in multiplayer, you can never pass on the idol unless it is gold stake. Then I can see an argument to maybe pass on it. We'll see what Bear does here. We'll see what Gothic does when he gets to it. But I think you have to grab the idol. Now, Gothic rolled a little bit deeper into the big blind of the first ante because he got that rebate earlier and found the Vagabond. Now, Vagabond is a little hard to make work, and we see their Bear pass up on the idol, which I personally would not do, especially with 6 Joker slots. But we'll see how he plays. Vagabond's a little hard to play with on black deck, and especially in this scenario for Gothic. He's got only 3 hands, so he's only going to get a max of 3 tarot cards. And he wants to get rebate value, but he can't use the rebate value until the end, otherwise the $5 will make it so he can't use Vagabond, which happened to him actually exactly on this boss blind. So be curious to see which one he leans more into, the economy or the tarot cards. If he keeps his Vagabond and he sees the idol, similar to Bear, I have to imagine you lean into the tarot cards and try and manipulate your deck, get enough of that singular card. I guess Gothic has a whole nother issue here that he needs to score enough points. I believe he's going to go for... Yeah, he's just going to play that glass card at the end to secure the victory, which I don't hate. I don't hate sacrificing an early glass to get max economy and max tarot generation, but he didn't generate any tarots this round. And I imagine right here Gothic's debating on what to do with Vagabond.
I need to get rid of my money.
He is going to play into it.
Ramen.
Shotgun, so because Gothic's in the
Splash
UK
again?
and they drive on the other side of the road, he flips his buttons. Kitty, our resident British artist, I'm sure you also flip your buttons, right, Kitty? Because you're just so used to driving on the other side of the road that you go on the right. No, actually, I can't drive. Oh, okay, well then that makes sense. That's fine. I don't know how to swim. That's what that reminds me of. Good morning, D9, Edward. Cool. I really need to go take an allergy pill. So Gothic was able to get 2 tarot cards, no mail and rebate value. It is such a difficult game that Gothic's gonna have to play here with Vagabond and with the mail and rebate. Now, does he go into the idol? Part of me thinks there's no way he doesn't. Especially since he found the Vagabond. And I would be correct in that assessment. So he may be saving the world here to make a bunch of copies of a card. He's skipping. Huh. Did the idol hit something of spades and he's going to make a lot of copies of it? Let's listen in.
Go, it fell.
My ramen is disintegrating at an alarming rate.
Similar starts.
So here Bear's just trying to play the heart flush at the end with the Dusk and Robin.
Okay.
seems that Gothic, again, is probably going to try and play his idol. I didn't see what the idol was on. We need a multiplayer strategy video once your season is done. Of course, of course.
MLB, Major League Balatro. It does exist.
I already
this is the
have
last match of the regular season. So playoff action will be starting soon. Okay, I'm ready for my last hand if you are.
It seems like Gothic doesn't want to use his discards here.
I think I am. Yep.
Okay.
But
in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think it's worth using your discards to try and find more of the card you're looking for idol, especially if he had the world.
Ooh. Well played.
Thank you.
Scores
I will see you in 3 rounds.
All right, see ya.
Well, that's going to be a signal to Bear that Gothic used the idol, right? Like, you have to know at that point that, okay, well, my opponent picked it up. I'm going to have to figure out how in the world to get to that level. Which is going to be a challenge for Bear here. I think the difference in the game now is Bear is going to have a lot more economy than Gothic if Gothic's going to continue to use Vagabond to try and get the Tarot Cards to deck manipulate. Idle be idling. True. Hi, me on Bear screen. Oh yeah, I see you, JB. I see you saying hi, me on Zeta screen. Well, I mean, Bear can't see this. Can you speak closer to the mic? I can speak closer to the mic. I just moved the mic. I'm not moving. It's too early in the morning. So Bear's making some queens. He's got a couple glass cards. Gothic finds the rebate. So Gothic got out of the rebate. I guess I see the vision there. He needs points. You keep the egg because you're going to get temperances. Again, if this is... Okay, well, he messed up there one-shotting the blind. That's pretty brutal because now you have no money and you got 1 tarot card. But the thing is, you're not going to see, I feel like, enough temperances because it's black deck. Maybe if he finds a burglar here, things can really change. That's possible. It's also interesting that he's building into these aces of spades. I understand that's what the idol hit first, so he made an extra copy. But I definitely would be choosing a face card or a hackable card. Now, granted, aces are 1 strength away from a 2 if you find a hack, but... You know, kings make a lot more sense because if you do find a hack, you could just strength the kings twice to get to a 2. If you find a sock, it's already a king. If you find a baron, it's already a king. Kings definitely have the most synergies. The idol probably hit ace of spades, so Gothic once again skipped. And all this kind of like early life stuff makes sense from Gothic, but he's not getting much value, much deck manipulation, so... I mean, I don't think he's going to get lucky too many more antes in a row, and he hasn't changed the deck as much as you maybe wanted. So I'll be curious to see how this works out for him. Right now, I actually think Bear is still in an okay spot. Granted, he is going to get his butt kicked this round. And if I saw my opponent skip knowing they had the idol, this round I'm just focused on getting mail and rebate value. I'm not even trying to score points. Truly. You have to learn when to just, you know, utilize these boss blinds to get max value, which sometimes they're great because there's no score limit. So if you accidentally score too much, that's fine. You can still get all the value you want. You don't, I'd be careful to not break my glass cards here as well, but we'll see if Bear goes for it. We'll see if Bear may have also not seen that Gothic skipped. Sometimes people miss that.
Do I even play this guy?
Oh, see, he's talking about that exact thing right now. Well, Gothic's not finding his aces. Oh, gosh. Okay, he found one. He's going to make 2.
Okay. I'm ready to send it when you are.
Like, I don't think
that is times 4 times 4, so it is times 16. Quite a bit. Okay, but
3, 2.
Yeah, I think Gothic still has this one because Bear doesn't have the ramen anymore.
If it hits again, will it matter?
Oh, just not enough base molt for Gothic.
Yeah, big swings.
Okay, see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
I forgot about Lusty Joker. Lusty Joker was huge there for Bear because he got his base molt by the time he got to that glass card was up to 4 times 6, so 24 plus, it was up to 30. So essentially he already times his base molt by 5 before that glass card. Lucky hit 12 as well, 20 as well. Okay, Octo, that makes sense. I missed that on his screen. So those skips from Gothic really not paying off now after losing that life. We'll see what Bear does here. I tempted by the mime just to get some gold value out of it, gold card value, but he doesn't have any gold cards. I may be taking instead of Crafty just because why do you need Crafty if you have Acrobat and Lusty? I think that's going to be exactly what Bear does here. Never mind, he grabbed Burnt Joker. Chat, I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. Maybe what's happening here is Bear's leaning into pairs just to beat the blinds and again get max value out of the mail and rebate, which is fine. He's gonna pick up the Hung Man instead of his wild cards. Totally makes sense. Gothic here, another choice to see if there's anything here. He is building in the aces. Maybe he thinks that the Scholar will help give some solid base molt into that idol if it hits aces again. Actually, he's going to go for Splash. Splash is nice with idol because you can just throw in that idol card at the end, but he's not going to have enough base molt for it to matter is my fear. That Splash ends up not doing almost anything for him. Because, again, if you're using Splash to throw in the last idol card, the best hand you could have is a 4 of a kind, which most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's going to be like a 2-pair, a 3 of a kind, or a pair. Which means it's not a ton of base molt for that idol card anyway. Wait, well, this is a weird question. Booster packs are the same across seeds, right? No. Kitty. The booster pack just pulls from the Joker shop queue. So if you re-rolled in the shop, you will get a different booster pack to your opponent, right? Also, if you have different commons. I mean, maybe I'm wrong? Is that right, chat? Does someone want to chime in and make sure they're not on? No, that is how it works. That is how it works. For sure. I don't know why I'm questioning myself. As you see, Bear just got splashed there on the reroll in the shop. So Gothic re-rolled before the booster pack. Bear didn't. Bear just opened the booster pack straight away. That sounds right, but I'm not that well versed on how seeds work. Well, so what happens is you gotta have soil. The seeds are gonna use photosynthesis to create energy. They will then use they'll create roots in the soil to absorb nutrients such as water, vitamins, etc. Once the seed has done that, it will start to blossom. It will start to like grow upwards. Once again, trying to collect more sunlight to build more energy, grow the roots farther, onward and onward. So that's usually how seeds work. Now, there's different kinds of seeds. One interesting thing here is Bear's been using his glass cards and has an oops and they haven't broken. That is always I'm always so scared. It's one reason I don't use oops as much on Major League Balatro as I do in normal standard multiplayer. So for those who don't know, the standard multiplayer ranked rules is there's not really glass. Glass is also nerfed at 1.5 and you can't find justice cards. So glass is just way less of a deal. But in Major League Balatro, we're playing vanilla, and glass is extremely important, extremely powerful, and you don't want it to break, so it's really hard to use the oops. Here, though, if you can avoid using the glasses except on the boss blinds, which Bear's doing a pretty good job of, then all of a sudden I feel a little bit more comfortable. Especially every time those $20 hit, you say, okay, it's worth it. And look, Bear's already made 8 lucky cards, and he found another magician. So, despite not taking the idol, which I bet you a lot of money right now that Bear wishes he took the idol because he's had so much deck manipulation because he's had so much money with the mail-in rebate. But he's still in a pretty decent spot. Gothic, I'm not sure. Again, Gothic hovers over that idol for like 0.2 seconds. I swear. I don't think it hit what he needed it to hit, though. If you're Gothic, in my opinion, so just trying to give insight while also not trying to backseat. I think I get out of Vagabond, again, because it's black deck, and I just buy the Tarot Merchant. When I saw any kind of Econ Joker in the shop. Now, maybe they didn't see any Econ Jokers, and that makes it a little bit tougher. But I really think with the Tarot Merchant available to you, you're probably going to see more tarot cards with that than you are with only having 3 hands. Maybe that's not technically true, but think about it this way. You're going to be broke with Vagabond. So he did find a Temperance this ante, which helped a lot. He passed on the loyalty card. It makes sense you can't use it in this PvP. I would be tempted, though, to grab it for next PvP. It is a ×4. It is very powerful. Bear's going to pass on it because it is very hard to time up with Acrobat. You have to, like, do such specific calculations. Again, especially on black deck where you only have 3 hands. Bear just knows Bloodstone's coming. I mean, he does have a lot of hearts. If a Bloodstone comes, he's in very good position. We'll do a live listen.
So interesting.
I mean, to be fair, loyalty card's just sketch in general. It's a sketchy card, man. I would not trust loyalty card around my kids if I had kids. I don't have kids.
Alright, you caught me, okay? I had to blow my nose, so I muted.
Bear had to blow his nose, so he
could
muted.
Play this. Full greed. There's no point not playing 1 glass.
It is pretty good on multiplayer. But again, specifically with Acrobat, it takes a lot of, for lack of a better term, acrobatics to get loyalty card and acrobatic
Just straight flush.
on the same thing.
How much better is it?
It's definitely worth it. That's ×12 between 2 Jokers, but it's not a simple thing.
It's just more chips. I'd rather play an extra lucky card, I think.
I believe Gothic is looking for whatever the idol hit.
Oh yeah, and the glass doesn't fit anyway.
Hello, third way.
Alright, I hope I win this one. Alright, I am ready when you are.
Okay, let me just have a second.
No rush.
It's on the 3 of clubs. He found it, which was very lucky. But he can't really use it here because he can't just play high card.
Yeah, okay.
Don't break. Don't break.
I think Bear has this one pretty clearly.
1.
Though the double
Reasonable expectations.
The double 2.25 molt from the chariots is helpful, but that's just way too many lucky hits.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yep. Figured.
Okay, that was similar to last time.
So Bear's gonna take the 3-2 life lead splash carry. I thought you said splash curry for a second, Raffle, and I was like, that makes sense too. So I really wish Curry was not injured right now. All right, enough basketball talk. Going back into the game. Bear continues to level up these pairs. I don't really see the point. You're going to play the flush with the lucky cards to win the round. I think at this point, I stop worrying about it. I'd probably also get out of Burnt Joker. I also probably get out of Smeared because most of his deck is hearts anyway. But to be fair, you have to have something that you care about to do that, right? Midas Mask is one of the goated econ jokers, but if you do have all lucky cards already in an oops, again, an oops lucky card is worth $3.50, I believe. Let me double check my math on this. I could do this very quickly. So you have 1 divided by 15. So 0.06% chance at $20. So your EV is $1.33. Oops doubles that. So it's $2.66. Now, if you find a golden ticket after Midas Mask, it is technically more money. About $1.40 more. But that requires a lot to get going. You have to use the Midas Mask, and then you have to find the golden ticket. I understand not doing that, just keeping the lucky cards. Yeah, Bear is going to have a huge econ advantage. A, because of Vagabond, but B, because of this lucky oops little synergy. Again, so here's my point, chat. Bear, I believe, is one with a flush to pass like 7 rounds. I just would stop leveling up the pairs. Maybe Bear's leveling up pairs just in case he finds a Bear in Mime build, but he did pass on the Mime already. So, you know, probably not going to lean into that at this point. Just a little interesting. I'm curious what kind of thought process is there. Gothic is poor AF on purpose, of course, because he has Vagabond. But what I've been claiming, as you guys have been hearing, chat, is with only 3 hands, Vagabond's max 3 random tarot cards around. Not as worth it. So, Bear continues to play his lucky cards. Gothic continues to build up his tarots. I would say that Bear's finding the same amount of tarots by how deeper he's rolling. And did he grab Tarot Merchant, chat? Did anybody see? Because if Bear grabbed Tarot Merchant with the econ he's generating, he's really probably ahead of tarot cards than Vagabond. You do want to maximize tarot for idle, 100% third way. We talked about that when Gothic found the Vagabond that Bear didn't find. That idle made a lot of sense for him. But I think the correct play was just not to go into Vagabond, maybe after first ante. I don't know. This is hard for me to say because it's something I would want to do, is build in the Vagabond. I think it is goated for multiplayer. Black deck is just its own beast due to the -1 hand. It's just so brutal. I mean, that's 25% of your value of Vagabond gone by playing on black deck compared to every other deck. And Bear is just rolling in money with the oops and lucky cards. It's insane at this point. He also has a lot of deck thinning. He has about the same amount of cards, or I think the same amount of cards as Gothic. Maybe 2 more. Well, now 3 more. Again, because he is finding so many tarots in the shop with the tarot merchant mixed with the econ. Hey, Perry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoa, a -4 fingies. That's good temperance value, chat. I wouldn't say that's very important to anything Bear's doing. Maybe to win a blind or something, but because he wants to play all 5 cards. The mime came back. He got rid of the hung man for his son. I get that. Because he wants to make the red seals hearts. Helps with burnt too. Oh, true, Raffle. What's funny though is I was gonna say I would get out of the burnt Joker or the smeared Joker. One of the two I am getting out of at this point if I'm Bear and taking that mime. You know, 1 chariot in your hand becomes a times 2.25 on your score. I think Bear needs to trust himself here that he's deck manipulated enough, that he's generated so much economy, that neither of those are very necessary. If he uses burnt one more time on pairs, chat, so help me the Celtic gods. I'm going to have a chat with Bear. He's got like level 15 pairs and he hasn't played a single one. Gothic here, neither of those are going to help him. And we're into the blind. Again, I miss what the idol was on. That is the one thing that's hard to keep track of. We need a mod for season 2 of MLB if we're going to cast more games that permanently tells me what the idol is on.
Still about the same.
I'm worried.
I would be using judgments too, kept my level if I could. Does Handy Mod do that?
They can, for sure. With the big question about will they?
Oh, Slay the Jokers could do that? Oh yeah, huh? Wait, this whole time? Well, Gothic doesn't have Slay the Jokers on, but you're right. I could do it on Bears. Oh, okay. I'm gonna require everyone to use Slay the Jokers from now on, Etsy, if I'm casting, because then I can just check. I can be like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at Dusk. I have control. Bear's gonna score a whole lot of points this round, and I don't think it's gonna be necessarily that close.
Update on Flush 5 run. I have
Bear played the pair. Okay, great.
The YouTube vid
I'm glad he played the pair for 2,000 points.
But it was quite a journey. Skipping mime and then getting Baron. It's one of my worst fears.
It's not that big of a deal, chat. I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to hopefully not tell my competitors in future rounds. Baron is a trap in multiplayer. Less of a trap on higher stakes where you have less.
Joker and it was removed from the game without anyone noticing.
But Baron's a trap.
Sure.
Baron is not that great.
I'm ready to
take that with
play my hand when you are.
I want to win.
Don't tell Etsy that or Raffle.
Okay, I'm ready.
I hope they had earmuffs. I say I'm first time chatter here.
2,
Am I organizing a tournament? I wanted to know how long does a Balatro best of 3 take? Probably like 2 hours. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, his glass broke because of the oops. Gothic got very close. He was a times 2 away. Well,
yeah, but no, I really have to pull it out. Otherwise, it's
times
the
3 away.
Fastest big L ever.
Oh.
But we'll have to see, because you're obviously already 1 up, aren't you?
Those just happen sometimes. I mean,
they do.
One life is all.
Too slow developing compared to on-play triggers, yeah. Yeah. It's also just not as big of a payoff, right, Raffle? Unless you're, you know, you have a handful of them. It's not as many points. Did all the glass break? It did all break. So Bear's a little bit behind now. But he had 4 glass going in and he had 3 breaks. So he still got something. And he is, you know. Here's the interesting thing is, I think Bear knows Gothic has idle. In my head, if I'm Bear, I'm kind of on a little bit of a timer, right? Because if he gets the deck manipulation to get idle hitting consistently, I'm in a really bad spot. So while Bear is ahead on lives here, you want to go for the kill very fast. This is not a game I would be playing being like, oh, I'm ahead on lives, I'm just going to play for econ, and I'll be able to roll so far ahead of him, I'm just going to win the game at the end. You could try that, but it is very scary when you pass up on the idle and you know your opponent has it, because that idle would be one of the things you're rolling for anyway. And they're already building towards that one card. The more they build towards that card, the worse position you're going to be in. So Bear is not in a spot here where I'm kind of, in my opinion, would be okay winning later. He still wants to win right now, and probably use all the glass possible in the next PvP blind. But he doesn't know that. True, Kitty. He does not know that. No way, it's the artist. Artiste. Kitty, the mother effing knight. Vagabond has amazing art. It is my... It's... I don't want to say it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. I actually think Dusk has grown on me. I think Dusk is up there in terms of art. Photo's fantastic. Photo's very good here for Bear. He got rid of Lusty. Bear's addicted to the burnt Joker, chat. Is Bear getting more value out of burnt now with the 4 fingers like Raffle pointed out? Maybe that's what's happening. What's his flush at? Level 20? Okay, I get it. Lusty was giving... The thing is, Lusty was giving Bear... Let's say the face card was the 3rd card. Okay, I was giving him like times 1.5. I still would get rid of Smeared though. But I guess Smeared also helps with burnt. I don't know. I just don't love the burnt Smeared play. That's what I'm here to tell you, chat. But you know what? Bear right now is kicking butt, so maybe I should just shut up. Gothic, a lot of aces of spades, really getting those hands online. Here Bear goes, making even more money. This is game 2 of a best of 3. Bear is in the lead 1-0. I don't know why I didn't have that showing the whole time. There you go. Bear has 1 win. When Ancient shows up, I'm going to apologize to Smeared. I mean, you're correct. Okay. Bear has level like 87 flush. You don't need the burnt. Or maybe you don't need Smeared. I don't know. Actually, he needs Smeared. Looking at that deck, you need Smeared, unfortunately. I thought Bear had built more towards... He loves the burnt Joker. He loves the burnt. Yeah. It's exclamation mark MLB. Fine cup of coffee. Do I still have that in, like, my, No, he was diehard, but now he doesn't have one of those. Now you gotta get rid of the burnt. You gotta get rid of the burnt, right? Right, Bear? Maybe you could get rid of your oops if you really wanted to save the glass. All right, chat. Crazy play, but here I get rid of oops and burnt for seltzer and rebate. I at this point, glass is too important to keep breaking with oops, so I'll get my money from mail and rebate, and then seltzer's gonna help him score points. That's kind of my thought process. Let's listen in. This is a really big decision for Bear. Gothic find the acrobat's pretty solid for him. Okay, there was no thought process. I was too late.
More aggressively.
I think Gothic's finally getting out of Vagabond, so we'll switch over and listen to him. Once again, too late to hear the decision making. I will get better at this casting thing, chat. Just give me time. Here, now let's go to Zeno to hear his thoughts. Ten out of 10 casting. What is the Eidolon for Gothic? Ooh, getting rid of the mime for the photo, but Gothic 3. Well, you do need 2 steel cards is worth the same as the photo in Dusk. I understand why in the base malt with smiley face, but I think I just get rid of the smiley face. What was it? I didn't catch it. He hovered it over for like 2 seconds. Okay, well, he does get rid of the mime for smiley. I mean, long term, that makes sense. I think short term. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not enough money. That's brutal. That physically hurts me. Well, that's probably it. Updating the tags, chat. It's exclamation mark MLB, not bracket. I apologize. And the worst part for that, for Gothic, is he didn't have Vagabond. So he didn't need to roll down to $1 there. He should have saved the reroll until next blind, because it was the big blind. He was going to see that chop anyway. I just think I've done it before too. You're so used to the Vagabond, but yeah, that is a huge. I don't even. Again, I'm using this term not to like trying to be in a mean way. I think, but a misplay in terms of that wasn't necessary, and there is a world where you just wait around to re-roll there, and you get blueprint. Why has no one hit the timer? We don't play with the timer because we're not a bunch of babies. Now, when I play against Dr. Spectre, do I want to hit the timer because I end up having to wait 6.5 hours for him to make his money? Yes. But we don't play with the timer. Vagabond habit is hard to break. I mean, that's how Vagabond got to where he is. That's why he's the Vagabond. Timers for insecure people that can't get all the value from their jokers. It's true. It's true. Oh man. I mean that play right there might have led Raffle to being our blue division champion, because it is going to be very hard now for Gothic to win this round. Extraordinarily difficult for him to win this round. That blueprint on the idol, insane amount of points. Gothic may have won the game because he has idol if he finds that blueprint. Because Bear's blueprint is just giving him another ×2 on the glass cards. Gothic's copying the idol really helps with points because it helps even out the amount of ×2s in re-triggers. It would have done a lot more. Not that it's not important for Bear, but again, it's just so, it would put Gothic so far ahead on the scoring if idol hits. Bear's looking to end here. Well, it is summertime. He doesn't have to go into hibernation for a while, but true. We'll listen in to what may be the final PvP battle of the regular season.
Not this one.
No, Bear can't find the glasses.
I gotta dig more aggressively. Okay, we got
He found one.
Now, do I dig again?
Call him a gardener the way he be digging. Uh-oh. Maybe you should have dug.
Okay, well that will be just fine.
I do think you copy photo here. Photo is 3 ×2s. Or a dusk or seltzer would be 2 ×2s.
But not much less. Wait, with this and this, it's actually more, I think.
Gothic may still be alive
I'm
here.
ready for my last hand.
I'm just pondering exactly how I want this last hand to go.
Okay, no problem.
We're also going to switch to Gothic's audio because Gothic is 2 seconds behind.
Okay, no problem.
And we're going to put the MLB logo over Gothic's score because, again, Bear's going to score first. So this way you guys don't get spoilers. You'll be able to see what happens.
Trying to figure out what the. I wish I had a button that
on
just said,
Gothic's
if you play
screen
them in
before you
this
see
order,
who wins.
they will generate
Well,
the most
the win
points.
screen's gonna pop up actually. Never mind. If Bear wins.
But I guess that mostly defeats the
really
game, doesn't it?
Kind of. Although I hear some people in like ranked multiplayer do use calculators, and apparently it's allowed.
I guess it depends on if you mean like a calculator that you take into a classroom versus the tool where it tells you all of the re-triggering math and stuff. Those two things feel like very different sides
You're
of the
definitely,
coin.
chat, and anyone in Major League Balatro, you are definitely allowed to use a calculator. Like we're gonna play without the calculator mod for now. But if you wanted to use a calculator to see what is better, feel free. Use your T89. I don't care.
I don't know why. I haven't played.
I think it's silly to say you can't.
No, I haven't either. This is the only PvP I've played. I think I'm gonna do this, and I don't know that I love it, but it's the decision that I think I've made.
He doesn't care. He loves it. Shout out Charlie XCX. Shout out Icona Pop.
You want to count it down?
I'm glad both of them are blowing up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Bears scoring 30 million. And Gothic's gonna have just enough. Oh my god. Ruffles gonna have to wait another round.
Alive.
Oh man. Oh man. That was close. Now, Bear doesn't know that Gothic was unable to afford the blueprint. If Bear knew that, I would be saving all my glass at this point, even though I know my opponent has the idol for the final PvP round. I would use this whole ante just on min-maxing value, trying to find an ancient, trying to find a bloodstone, trying to make more glass cards. The risk here is because you know you have a seltzer and your opponent probably has a seltzer, is if the idol hits 2 times in a row, they get to save the seltzer for both, which would be pretty brutal. Raffle's more tense than the ones playing. I was pretty tense watching Raffle versus Nito, because I thought Nito was so close. Nito was so close in all the games. She almost had it. She almost gave me a chance to win the blue division. Mr. Bean fan, here, I will send you the links or the message onto YouTube. YouTube Studio, content, live. We'll go here. We'll go to live video of myself. Go to the chat. Mute myself. Here you go, Mr. Bean fan. Oh wait, that's too many letters. I can't even send the message. There you go, Mr. Bean. Raffle took Nino to the back of the gold staker shed in the last game set. Jesus Christ. Alright, back to the game. Bear, again, very ahead on the money. He's got 1 glass left. He does have a couple now spade and club glasses. I'd definitely be looking for a sun card if I was Bear. Lucky Cat might be worth it over... It's tough. Over Acrobat? I would argue over Seltzer. I know that's counterintuitive because it'll scale the Lucky Cat slower. But I guess if you're going to go for the win in next PvP, like I was stating earlier, maybe go Lucky Cat. Gothic here really trying not to use all the Seltzer, but I think he's got to go draw his cards. In the end, Bear decides not to go with it, which understandable in my opinion. The sock. Now, do you get rid of Acrobat, or do you go for the kill in this PvP and keep the Seltzer? He only has 1 glass face card. Oh, it's a tough decision. Let's see if I can hear
Seltzer for this round. Or actually... Yeah, I still need a 1-shot.
Ah, it's a good point. If he sells Acrobat, this is why he leveled pairs. Is that this Acrobat's also killing the Seltzer. So he could splash the extra glass card. Well, he doesn't have splash though. Gothic does. Or did he see splash? Oh, okay, okay. And he sees hack. Oh, what the heck? I mean, when you if you have low glass cards for Bear, maybe it's worth over the Seltzer. Like, it does hurt your short-term scoring. Hack is bait. Well, I mean, 2 of his glass are low cards. If he had a sun card right now, it definitely would not be bait. But if I'm Bear here, I'm using the Hanged Man and the Fool to make sure I draw what I need to draw right away, so my Seltzer doesn't go away. Though Bear is keeping the Fool for a death or a glass, which, never mind, I guess that makes more sense. This should be enough points. Yeah, it'll definitely be enough. For Bear. Gothic over here. He also needs enough points. Let's listen in with Gothic. He could lose to the small blind.
God. 5 and doubles it to 10. Retrigger it. 5 to 15 doubles it to 30. Retrigger it. 5 to 35 doubles it to 70. 70 malt. Double is 140 malt. And for chips, we're getting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,
He's fine.
70,
He's
80,
gonna
90.
win. Bear found the ancient.
It's like 100 times...
You gotta get rid of dice
70.
here.
God, I need to write stuff down. I don't have a pen.
Oh, but it's on diamonds. Can you find a star? He finds the sun, of course.
If I had... So this is going to be...
Oh, it's so mean.
Everything
I would turn
triggers
the clubs in the
3
hearts here,
times.
though.
So this is 5, 35, 35, 40.
He does have a lot of diamonds still. He does, but at this point, I would be playing for next round and trying to, and you have, so the way Ancient works is it won't pick two in a row, right? So he's going to have a 1 in 3 chance 3 times for it to hit hearts. If it does, you skip to the boss blind, the PvP, and that is what you have. The issue is you'd have to sell Seltzer and just give up here. Seltzer's at 3 hands left. This is a really tough decision now for Bear. I mean, Gothic's still over here worried he's not going to score enough points. I think it's enough.
15 and 20 times. Well, no. 15 and 17 times. Get out of oops. At this point, I definitely can. I'll hurt my money for the last Annie if I don't win.
I mean, you grab that and hope it becomes the suit that you care about for Ancient at some point.
Uh, 324, call it plus 150 is 450, 474. So then I'm working with 474 and 107 is 47,000. I think that's right. So I think I can just play this as high card and we're okay.
He doesn't want to play the glass.
If I'm not okay, I'm going to be so mad about it. Then the steel saves us. Yes. 100. How was I like an order of magnitude off so much?
No, it's still on diamonds. We can check because he does use Slay the Joker. Look at that. We can check through his deck. That's so cool. Seltzer also has 3 hands remaining. Oh, look, I'm Bear. I'm Bear. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh. Shout out Edalo for allowing us to be better casters. Whee! Now, I can't do that on Gothic's screen, unfortunately. Nothing's happening. Here, I'm going to pick Gothic's nose instead of providing any feedback. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Anyway. Interesting here for Bear. I think what Bear does, since he has the Sun card, I make all the glass cards hearts. I don't play them. I go for the kill here with diamonds, And if I don't get it, then I'm praying Ancient hits hearts at some point next ante to win the game. I think that's what you gotta do. Because I think Ancient being copied by Blueprint is just better. Why don't you cast with Raffle? Because Raffle's doing other things right now, and I don't think he wants to be on stream for like 100th hour this week. Raffle's taking it. Who would be play-by-play and who would be the color? It depends who I'm streaming with. I think if I was doing Dr. Spectre, I definitely would be play-by-play. But if I think if it's Raffle, Raffle's got a voice for play-by-play. Maybe I'd be the color guy. Really tough decision here for Gothic. Do you skip to preserve Seltzer? What did Idol hit? I feel like this all just depends on what Idol hit. If either Idol hit or it didn't. No, he's skipping. All right, let's listen in.
Hello.
We're gonna be on Gothic side, so we're a little behind.
This is becoming a complicated game very quickly.
Oh yeah.
No Ancient for Gothic, by the way. That would have been, if he had the economy to find that Ancient with the Idol, ooh, baby. That would make up for not having that Blueprint.
Gubatron, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
Bear here is deciding whether to go with the diamonds or the glass cards. I think you go with the diamonds, but
Dusk is making the last one worth way more.
I see you've yet to play a hand.
Oh yes, I have to do a lot of thinking now.
Again, I think Bear is probably going to end up deciding to discard the glass cards in the hearts and just go for the diamonds. If it's not enough, you hope it hits hearts next round and you have the glass to go with it. Though, am I crazy or did Bear discard diamond face cards there? Which would be a really interesting play. Because he has photograph and sock. Okay, he found one. You discard 2 low diamonds? Oh, okay, I just missed sock. He's going to make a really risky play here. He's trying to use the 1 sun card on both the glasses. Oh, and he drew him. And he drew the flush. That was the Bear got so lucky. That was the perfect draw for Bear. He was trying to get both glass cards so he could use the 1 sun on both them. For, again, what we're saying for if he doesn't win this round for next PvP. And he drew the final diamond he needed. That could not have gotten any luckier. And it was the Queen of Diamonds, which is going to be another 1.5. Oh my gosh.
I think I'm ready. Like, I've been jabbering to my chat that, like, I've just about nothing when I could have been thinking about this decision more hard than I have been, but I honestly don't know that there's more to think about. Oh, there is. I should put that there for sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I think
well,
Bear has
let's
this.
go then in 3, 2, 1, go.
$14 million for Gothic, an E for Bear, and Raffle is your blue division champion.
Yeah, you got me.
Wow.
Oh, good game.
Good game,
What,
sir.
And Bear also
I figured you had
comes up
Idle.
1 point
You know,
short.
you scored so much in the first round.
Not to.
Yeah.
If Bear had won one more round during this,
I'm
he would
scared
have the
of that
tiebreaker over Gothic
I
due
have
to
never
this
used
2-0, and he
Idle
would be in the
productively,
play-ins.
Yet alone
Oh,
in regular
man,
play,
so
yet alone in
close.
PvP. But I was like, it's here now, and like the first 2 times,
That's
it gave me the
crazy.
ace of spades I wanted after I'd made 5 of them. And I was like, oh, this will be easy. And I also took Vagabond, so I was keeping my money low to get tarot cards to try and fix the deck. And it just,
see.
I saw Blueprint in a shop when I had $1, and I was like, I can't even sell jokers to get this Blueprint.
Oh no, that's tragic.
It was rough, but you play a good game.
Thank you. You too.
What a game. What a game.
So that's it.
I'm
That's
glad we
the-
got through this without the disconnect issues.
Oh yeah,
I
for
hope
sure.
that's a thing of the past.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, so I guess I will be seeing Dr. Spected and Nandre in the play-ins.
Wow, I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, I never thought I would be playing Dr. Spected competitively in Balatro, but that'll be a hoot, I'm sure.
I
A
wish
hoot
you the
and a
best of luck.
holler.
Thank
Chat,
you ever
a
so
hoot
much.
and a holler.
Perhaps we will see each other again on other sides of the virtual felt.
The
Yeah, I
virtual
hope
felt.
so.
I love it.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Yep, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, sir.
All right, chat. That's it. We're done with the regular season. Let me do a quick blue sky post. Pull the victory. To give Raffle first place in the blue division. We will be seeing Raffle next on May 17th in the Final Four. Final Four. Gothic and Zeno will join Dr. Spectred and Nandre in the play-ins. The play-ins. And then let's grab the little clip. All right. Well, what do you guys think? What are your predictions? Oh, I gotta pay out the Bear believers. Hopefully Kitty went against her nationalism. Manage prediction, choose outcome. Buenos Bear. Gothic, thank you so much for the raid. Great game. Intense matchup. That was one of the best games to commentate because there was so many little decisions between you having Vagabond, the way Bear was playing. That was one of the best MLB games so far. Good luck in your games against Dr. Spectred and Nandre. I'm going to quickly update the standings. Turns out we didn't need all those tiebreakers anyway. Raffle would have come in first regardless. Bear moves to 4th place. Okay. Move a Haley down here. Move the bear. Nope. Move bear here. Done. Lenos bear. Yep. Done. Alien. Type tool. 9 points for bear. What's crazy is Bear actually ends up with more round wins than Gothic. Just was unable to get the match win. Oh no, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, now I need to double check. Let me double check the standings. So Bear gets the match win. No, he moves to 6. Never mind. My bad. 5. My microphone's like in the way of me doing Photoshop chat. I'm so sorry. But I'll show this to you in a second. Alright, Nito ends with 5 points. She got that round win. Alien ends with 8 points. 6 and 2. Alright. These are your final Major League Balatro standings, unless I messed something up, which I don't think I did. So why do I have 91k juicy points? What am I going to do? You're going to use them. Alright, documents. Alright, chat, here we go. Your final Major League Balatro standings. We got Raffle.
That's what you want, Zano.
It is what I want. Raffle coming in first place in the blue division with 11 points. He will be in the final 4 on May 17th. Gothic and myself in the play-in with 11 and 10 points respectively. Bear, 9 points, 1 point away from making the play-in. He just needed one more round victory somewhere. Halion, 5th place, 8 points, very respectable. And Nito, 5 points, very close division. On the red side, you have Edzi. We will be seeing him on May 17th with 15 total points. And also the number 1 seed because he had the most amount of points. Doctor with 12 will be in the play-in. Nandre wins the tiebreaker versus him, Scooty, and Mouth. And Heat will be in the play-in. So, this week, Doctor and Nandre are going to play myself and Gothic. We each have 2 games. It's going to be a mini round robin, a mini playoff. The top 2 out of those 4 games that are going to be played will move on to the May 17th final. When it comes to tiebreakers, the tiebreakers will be head-to-head, and then it will be lives against. So how that works is, let's say Nandre let's say Gothic and I both go 1-1 with 4 total points, right? We take a point off Doctor and we beat Nandre. This is hypothetical. Then it will come down to how many lives did Doctor have when he beat us? How many lives did Nandre have when he beat us? And add those up, and that will be the tiebreaker. I think. That will definitely be the tiebreaker if there's a 4-way tie. I want to discuss with the Discord. I think if there's a 2-way tie with 2 people in the same division, as long as people aren't opposed, I would love for them to just play a playing game the morning of the Final 4. So, because this plane's a little interesting because we're not all playing each other, I really would be okay if, like, if Gothic and I tie or Doctor and Nandre tie, that they do a play-in game for the tiebreaker. Now, if I tie with, like, somebody across division, we'll just use the normal head-to-head because someone would have won there. And then if there's a 4-way tie, we're going to use lives against because I'm not redoing the whole play-in. So that is currently the rule set I want to go with, and I will double check with everyone in the Discord that they are okay with that. Why is my there we go. Noted. The blue division was insanely close. Red is the Eastern Conference, blue's the West. No, I will not elaborate. No, I think that's very accurate. Can we test Edsy for performance-enhancing drugs? Well, he would fail the test, so there's not really a point. All right, chat. Well, I guess we'll play a multiplayer game, and then I have to go to a First Communion and celebrate Mother's Day with my mom. That's normally the person you celebrate Mother's Day with, I think. So, sorry, no way Mr. UK over here is in the Western Conference. Well, I mean, on a global scale, you'd be in the Western Conference. Actually, it feels very subjective what would be West on a globe. on a globe. There's not really. It's a globe. Thanks for the cast. It was nice to watch while driving. Be careful. Please don't watch my stream while driving. I have to say that, I think, legally. Do a little ranked action. Morning ranked action, maybe? We're up to 7th place in the ladder. I'm operating a forklift while watching stream. No, a cup of coffee, no. True. That's why the casting's good, is you can listen. I will be making a recap video later today. It's going to go out pretty late because, again, I'm not going to get home until like 3 or 4. It takes a couple of hours to make the video. So it's likely going to go out at around 8 p.m. Eastern time for the recap and preview. For scheduling, I'm going to message Dr. Nadre and Gothic. Please schedule ASAP. So, Monday, Thursday, or Friday works for me, whatever time. Zeno, can I send you a Discord DM for your AHA goals? Yes, please do so I don't forget. That's a good idea. Raffle and Doc Spectred for the finals. Well, there's I would say, let me put it this way. I would argue that Doc is maybe among the audience the favorite to come in first in the play-in. If Doc comes in first in the play-in, he plays Raffle first round, because Raffle is technically the 2 seed because he got less points in his division for his win. So there's a high likelihood you'll see Raffle. In that case, if Doc does win the play-in, goes 2-0, it's likely you'll see Raffle and Doc. Well, you would see Raffle and Doc in the first round. And then Edsy would be playing whoever came in second in the play-ins. I'm going to be playing Doc tomorrow. It is in my head, the most important game because you know, if I'm able to win that one against Doc Spector, I feel very good about my chances. Even if I like blow the game against Andre, because I think like you know, it becomes likely there's at least a tie. When you're commentating on my comment, I just went like 5 minutes into commercials. Well, yeah, I just started commentating on it. All right, we got a game. We're playing for 5 MMR. And if we lose 50 MMR. Let's go. Where can I find info about the tournament? Exclamation mark MLB. And I will be posting a video tonight with much more information. We're going to go in depth about everything. Ban black painted nebula. We're going to go green. Plasma. I guess I'm just really good at red. Maybe we'll do yellow. Thank you for the follows. Let me also get my little mini stream set up. I will try and commentate all the games for the plan, though I am not here Tuesday and Wednesday. So if Gothic plays his games on those days, I won't be able to commentate them. Also, to be honest, if Gothic does them too early because he's on UK time, I may not be able to commentate them. Let's go green. Finally, someone picks the green deck. Let's go. Mod check? Oh, yeah. Thank you. 2.8, the order. Joker display, Phantom preview. And then, yep, we're all good. Well, that's really nice. That's a lot of money. Go easy on me. We're gonna grab you. Business card is a lot less valuable on green deck, generally speaking. I'm just gonna grab you. We need a 10. We need hearts. Great, we got 2 face card hearts. Ah, business card. You jerk. Okay, we will be grabbing the reroll voucher in a second. We will be making 2 jacks to make more face cards. I'm gonna grab Zany. We do have lots of jacks. I will be trying to play them. Of course we get kings and queens. Maybe do here. We'll play the 2 pair just for the money. And then we get a 4 of a kind jacks. Unfortunately, debuffed quite a bit, but we're okay with that. We want this. We want everything. Give me a hermit. That would make me feel good. We didn't get a hermit, chat, if you couldn't tell. We'll put lucky cards. These draws are wild so far. I mean, you're gonna buy it. I would want to use overstock right there, but it's fine. Okay. Unfortunate. We still need a jack. We got it. Beautiful. We'll get, we'll have like $24. Holy. Well, now I have to discard them. Okay. We're gonna buy you. We're gonna buy you. Now we're definitely buying overstock right there to refill the shop. We could buy Scary Phase. Nah. We will buy the Jumbo Standard. We get a Fool for Luckies. We can get an extra Jack. We can go next. Um, 98765. We can play like a little straight, I feel like. Maybe. We want to get the jacks out to discard. This doesn't win, right? No. Perfect. It scores a lot of points though, so we feel a little bit more comfortable later. Chat, where's my jacks? There's one of them. What is happening? What the heck? What? Look at this. Imagine if that happened to me and I like lost because of it. No jack in the day. I guess not. That's crazy. We have some money though. Threes. Okay. Got a devil. Get a jack. Got a hermit. That is huge. Do I want a gold too? Nah, I'm okay. I'll take the money now. And the Empress may help with the PvP. Don't really need it though. Well, it's probably better than the star. Might as well grab it. Asteroid, we'll use you. Certificate's kind of nice. Maybe we grab that over business card. Nah, I think we're okay. Seance. Now I wish I would have kept the diamond. So one extra discard's kind of nice for you. It's back and it's hollow. Fine, I will give you a chance. Go next. I respect you. Certificate. You've always been a friend. We go way back, chat. Me and Certificate. You wouldn't believe the shenanigans we used to get into. Just a great guy, you know. Okay. We're going to play this. We're gonna play this. Well. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. No threes. Well, there's all the threes. Okay, Tarot Merchant is interesting. You help with Seance. You also would help with Seance. Earth card is good. Don't care enough. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, it's fine. I really didn't mean to do that, though. We can win with 5 of a kind, I think. We don't need certificate. They probably don't have a lot of money. We're not gonna need you, I think is where we're at. Okay. I'll sell you after. Nine, 8, 7, 6. We need a. What do you want? Threes. Okay, we'll do this. We're gonna play this. We're gonna hopefully find our threes. Seance is gonna be a little hard to get. Okay, maybe not too hard to get. We need a queen. Perfect. We got a wraith. Maybe not the one we wanted, but the one we're here with. Grab the Tarot Merchant. For now, we're doing that. I do kind of want base malt, maybe. Planet X. You're decent on this deck. Holy smokes. That's what we do. Worked out really well too. That definitely worked out. Sixes? Okay. I mean, there's a small chance we get more seance value, but I highly doubt it. I'm probably just gonna have to sell seance. We already have too much deck manipulation is a problem. No way. No way if I would have kept him I was going to get it. That's so annoying. Oh well. See if we find another 6. Okay. We do this. We'll do it like this. Hey, Seance give you a free $2. Hey, it did. It did. Hey, it's even more than $2. Nice. Most importantly, we had $69 for a second. Definitely gonna grab you. Alright. Let's see if we find anything better than a hermit. We found a death. We did find something better than a hermit. Holy smokes. Use the hungman and then the death and then the fool. Or don't use the death here. That's also fine. Were you on 3s? Why do you keep going on 3s? Alright, that's fine. We use this. Then we use you. And then we grab the fool. And then we spin the wheel. Nice. Okay, go next. Okay, we get our mail and rebate value. All the gold jacks, which is fine. We don't have to get the gold ones. I am gonna do this. I wouldn't mind the blue seal one to copy. That's fine. I think I'm gonna copy the lucky hearts in case we run into bloodstone. I probably want the hearts to be the most. And we'll do this. Ship it. It's not a ton of points. I'm sure they have some X-Mult. But we got 15 jacks already. Oh, that's huge. Giving us an extra, even more timeline. They spent a lot of money. That's massive. Chisaka my buskin until I buskin. Let's see if there's a temperance in here. There's another death. Okay. 8s. Why 8s, dude? Why 8s? First of all, do this. And then do the death. Definitely grabbing the purple seal. Now we get the temperance. Of course, chat. We don't want to see that. You could show me the man. A lovers is pretty good. We'll definitely want to make one of the jacks a lovers. But I also want the fool. We'll make 2 of the jacks lovers. You're on 8. We're just gonna play because we make money from these hands here. I would love an oops. What is that economy to spend that much money? I don't know. It's a big economy, I guess. No Wii for us. It's blocking a lot of taros we don't want. We find the death because of it. We find the strength. Oh. Chad, I'm gonna cry. Look at this deck manipulation. Look at this. Oh. Are we gonna pivot the flush 5s? Probably should. We probably should. We'll block you. Grab you. Oops, all jacks. True, true, true. Smash them. Trading card. I could start moving everything to hearts. That might be the play. A lot of them are lucky. I want you. Do I really get rid of you, though? I could get rid of Smiley Face. I mean, that's scary, but... I mean, right? You gotta hit the lucky somehow. This has been, like, truly, like, $25 a round. I just don't know how you get rid of it. I mean, maybe you don't need trading card. Seems crazy, but maybe you don't. Is it time to commit to double sock? Not yet. I get it, but I don't believe it is time yet. I would love to find some of those jacks, though. We just got to play the gold card. Okay. It's close. We can do this. We found a 9, which is also really good. Okay, Chariot's not bad. Okay, perfect. 3 to use the sun card on. I would love one more jack to Chariot. We'll Chariot this one. And then we'll start playing the flush 5. Give me the money one time. Or 0 time. I'm looking for something to dive into just the sock, but I'm not finding anything. Okay, we found the Ankh. All right. Wait, I'm so dumb. You can't use the Ankh when you have 2 of something. Oh no, chat. He's a dingus. Oh, it hurts. All right, we'll use the sigil first. Hit something? Nah, didn't hit what we wanted. Because we had the faceless, I felt okay about that. Surely none of us have ever done that. It physically hurts. One more. Ramen's nice. I want to save this for the red seal, but all right. Hey, that's nice. That's really what I wanted because I wasn't gonna beat his score. That's fine. That's fine. We're in an okay spot. Definitely gotta grab Blank. Definitely gonna grab. Actually, gonna grab you and you. Open up the Arcana pack. Hung Man. Okay. You are gonna become a lovers. Skip you. No. I mean, yes. You're just more money. Chariot is technically better. I'm not even kidding. This might be just more points. I don't know. +3 discards with faceless. We gotta be careful, but let's do it. Or how many jacks do we have that just you that are not hearts? I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna discard you. We still have 8 jacks left. Most of them are hearts, so I think we'll do one more. And now we'll focus on getting the flush 5, hopefully. Did we get it? I can't tell. I think we did. Yeah, we did. You become a chariot, emperor, temperance, hermit. Whee! And we'll do this. All right. We're gonna use both these so the asteroid doesn't hit our areas. This is where we really need to start getting something that gives us points. Like idle. Okay, mail and rebate. We'll definitely use the fool so we can get the red seal. You would say it feels like I have overstock the way it'd be going right now. Or tarot, the next level of the tarot voucher. We do have enough economy to really get this going. We really do. We do gotta have to win. It's on 8s. You're like, we get 15 triggers, $1 per trigger, so you're like $15. You're probably worth $15. Though the -1 hand size is kind of annoying. Fudge buckets, dude. All right. It's insane draw. What? Yeah, chat, I'm lucky, I know. Actually, do it like this. Strength. Also a sun. We have those 2 that we want to get. No way. Alright. Not as much money as we could have had, but a decent amount. Last one. You want 4s? Why do you want 4s? Hey, there's a 4. Okay. This is probably as good as we're gonna do. I don't know if it's good enough. Ship it. We need to get some lucky hits. Might have been good enough. Good morning, El Guberino. That was about ×4. We can spread that out over this ante. Hopefully they don't just come out of nowhere with like 500k, because I have no idea how they'd be getting it. Ooh, barely. Can you hit the jacks? Hit the jacks for me, please. Oops, all 6s. We did get the dice. Hit the road jack would kind of be sick. I don't know. There we go. 8s. Well, at least I got an 8. You know what? At least I got 1 8. Chariot. Oh no. Okay, I thought that was gonna win. I was gonna be so upset. That's a lot of blank triggers for an oops, but okay. It was worth. Okay. Hack. Let's go. I don't have any more 6s. I got 3 6s, fudge. GG. I mean, it's not GG, but it is really good for us. Quite good for us. Again, how many jacks do I have that are not just 2? It's literally just 2. What are the chances I even find them? Go next. Do this. We can have 1 red seal lucky. Gross. Okay, you're on jacks. I gotta remember that. We should get tons of money here. Let's get another full hand of jacks, please. This is gonna be kind of risky, but I love risking it. We'll get rid of you, you, and you. Oh, we got another magician. Not needed right now, but alright, ship it. No. I was like, don't do this to me. 2.75 already? Nice. Thank you, Cat. Vagabond? Wait. Chat, we could pivot? Still can pivot. Saw that coming. One more. Oh, sweet heavens. You know, hope you enjoy that. Let's go. How did he know? Oh, hello, a klepto. Hello, chat. Morning coffee. How's the coffee? My coffee's empty, chat. Also, I was unable to get Lady Gaga tickets. Those things were gone before. I was in queue an hour before the tickets on the pre-sale, and I was 78,000th in line. It's brutal, dude. Though the resale isn't the worst I've ever seen, it's just too much. I've already seen her twice. I can only spend so much money on an artist. Okay. That's a lot of points. It's a little scary. I think we just do it like this. Ship it. Oh man, that was a good amount of lucky triggers. It's already on ×5. Holy schnoz, dude. I guess you play this to get the more lucky triggers. Well, I mean, that was huge. This red seal chariot was massive. I mean, that's 2.25. We lose without that red seal. 5.25. I don't think I want that. We really would love to just find, you know, one of the yonkers that really helps. You're a yonker that really helps. Okay, use you. Bye-bye. You come in. No, don't need you. Don't need any of you. DNA? I don't really need DNA. One more. Alright, go next. Unfortunately, I think like everything wins. Like in a weird way. Just kind of sinks. 6 and a 2, dead. Yeah, there's no way it doesn't win with the oops. Give me a red seal. That's brutal. What a bad draw. Maybe I do want the freaking DNA. Huh. Interesting. Well, it could be a lot. Is that better than my oops, though? I mean, it's probably going to be like another ×4. I mean, you're already super high. No way it's better. I mean, it is definitely better with only a couple antes left, because even if we get this to 14, right? This 4 times 7 is a lot more than times 14 on the cat. Better than photo, probably. Yeah, no, this is times 8. Though it is at the beginning. Don't trade oops. I don't need the cat to be that much bigger. You're playing a risky game with discards. Well, that may be true. But, I mean, we're not finding what we need. You are our money generation, I guess, is my issue. Maybe just get an ecto. Alright. Son of a beeswax. We didn't get the ecto. Then it's pointless to grab, hit the road jack. Why? All right, we're debuting a new segment on my stream. It is when a chatter says something that is so incorrect, we call it the explain yourself. Every MF mistaken, explain yourself. What do you mean if I don't need the cat that much bigger, it's pointless to grab, hit the road? Please explain to me your logic. My whole logic of not needing the cat to be bigger is hit the road times 4 times 7 is 28 versus I'm not going to get the cat to 28. It is going to scale better, but 2 numbers multiplying each other is much bigger than 1 number being bigger when you're multiplying. Is how do I have to give a math lesson? We've got a 180-second timer now. I can give a math lesson to chat. Oh my gosh. I don't want this to win, but this wins. At least we got the money. Hermit me for passing the fundraiser goal. Thank you. I mean, honestly, maybe. This is such an insane seed that we can't find like any of the X-Molt stuff. The trio. You're gonna be better. Oh my god. We have 2 extra jacks, so we literally only need 3 jacks in hand. Okay, remember that, chat. It's crazy. I'm going for the win now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, give me an extra 1.5. Let's see. No, I mean, so many money hits. Let's go. That's how you win with Hit the Road, Jack. Discarding Red Seals jacks, I don't get it. The Red Seals literally do nothing if they're not in the front of the thing. My molt is so high that the Red Seals later in the hand help me 0 with scoring. I only need 1 Red Seal for photo. Literally nothing else is going to matter after that. Maybe you help the cat slightly, but it's much more important to get the 0.5x on the Hit the Road. And that is how you play multiplayer Balatro. See their deck. They also had jacks, but they had spades. Oh. I'm surprised they didn't take Hit the Road, and they kept. They used the trio. All right, Alex, you played a fantastic game. I mean, that was super close. That's gonna be it from me today. Like I said, it was going to be a short Sunday stream. Because of going to a couple events today. Oops plus Scout was the move when ditching first for Hit the Road. Good game. Happy Mother's Day, Zeno. Love you, Mom. Wait. I'm the mom? I appreciate you all watching. We have a Major League Balatro game tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern against Dr. Spectre. Please keep an eye out for the Major League Balatro recap video. That is going to be a little late tonight, but it will hopefully have the schedules. It will have the recap of everything that went down this week, and it will have a look ahead at the plans, a look ahead at the playoffs on May 17th. I'll probably do another video on whenever the plans are wrapped up to get everyone caught up to speed. And then Saturday, do not forget Saturday, starting bright and early at, I believe, 11 a.m. Eastern time will be our first Final Four match. If we have a two-way tie between two players in the same division in the play-in, we'll also have a third, an earlier game that's like a final playoff game to make the Final Four. But again, I'll keep everyone updated on Blue Sky, keep you updated on the YouTube. Probably the best place to be is the Discord, because literally any question you have, you can message it in there, and I or somebody else will respond to you about Major League Balatro. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. You all are the best. You're the best. What should I review next? Oh, wait, that's Anthony Fantano. My bad. Any question? Any Major League Balatro question? Well, you know, Callie gets to have any question. That's fine. Who am I following on this lovely... Oh, Bear's playing. You go raid Bear. All right, chat. Go have fun with Belenos. Great games to Bear. It's a shame he's not in the play-in. He played well enough to make it. So did Haley and so did Nito. The division was just so freaking tough, but it did lead to an amazing regular season. All right. GG's to you all. See you. All right. Bye, YouTube.